So for the first one, let's start with the problem, focus a little bit on it. We need to align ourselves on the gap between promise and the reality here. And I think one of the most important data points that we had recently is this MIT report that we all know now. It's very infamous. The 95% of GenAI pilots are failing. And you might be asking why they are failing, or why this much failure percentage. I think, and I do believe, because leaders are in a position where they are imperatively asked to achieve asking tasks to build AI solutions that still need to be powerful, ethical, and secure. And that's not easy to achieve. And as we are learning over time, building AI over the last few years, success requires moving beyond the visible aspect of AI, which is the LLMs, the models, the hype around the new model coming every week, but more go into the deeper aspects of understanding the complex and risky foundational layers, what I ended up calling the AI iceberg. So executive success here is so depending on mastering these hidden complexity that you don't know about when you start planning for all of this, which include infrastructure, cost, performance, and security. And we'll go deeper into looking at that iceberg. This slide is definitely the most important diagram I have in this presentation. I think it really illustrates the metaphor I wanted to communicate through this presentation today, that the core problem here is that what lies beneath your AI application is so complex and hard, and things that you need to adapt to and learn compared to what is on the tip of the iceberg. We all know the intelligence, the embedded AI, how exciting these AI experiences are. But when you are in an enterprise kind of environment, you have other challenges. You have a lot of things that are to just achieve the success of your implementation, it requires you moving below the visible layer. You really go underwater here and go and understand what is the true challenge and understand the risk coming with building these AI. To summarize the ideas I had put together here, I think I'm going to name a few. Obviously, you can see more here and highlight the ones that over time I experienced myself and felt like, oh, I was not expecting this. I think performance in general is one of these critical areas because it connects so immediately with the user satisfaction. If you cannot achieve performance, your AI is failing and it's behind compared to the competition. Even if it's outside of the framework of your main application, people will always name other products in AI and say, this has a better performance. So performance here, we're talking about throughput, latency, cold starts. We'll cover this more in the presentation, but like deeply technical performance. A second aspect of this is inference. It's the science of how you run these models and how you configure everything and make sure that you serve AI the best way possible. This is a science on itself and like a space that needs to be understood. And as a technology leader or business leader, you need to get yourself and your team upskilled in this area to get to achieve inference in the best way possible. Understanding the models, the data, evaluating, understanding bias, mitigation, all of these things, and accuracy of your responses is so important. This is not, you cannot just trust any model you use that's going to deliver the best accurate result or output. So you need to work on that and optimize for it as much as you can. Cost and operations is so important. You will be going through a buy versus build decision on a weekly basis. You have to control the spiral cost of AI and really try to demonstrate ROI, which connects us back with the MIT report. Achieving AI at no ROI is a failure, considered failure based on that. One of the other problems is debugging in infrastructure. Like it's so hard today, and to really, there's like a lot of complexity that comes with being able to reproduce AI bugs and issues and debug them and trace them end to end and be able to really put the finger on what is going wrong and fix it. So that is a different challenge compared to classical systems, I would say. There's another aspect I want to highlight here that we don't talk about a lot, which is the skills and talent gap. The pace of innovation AI is so rapid that it creates over time a talent gap. Like we like it or not, the more you work on building AI, the more AI is moving fast and the more that gap is growing. So you need to have a really clear strategy on your team and on yourself as a business leader or a technology leader to really make sure that gap doesn't grow to a significant kind of level. And then last but not least, security. Like building AI is fun and exciting, but sometimes doing that will expose you yourself to security concerns, privacy leakage, and access controls.